What's up, guys? Ben here, bringing you another video today. It's been a fun couple of days post-launch, been playing the game, and apologies for not really trying to YouTube. I've just been kind of heads down on a few things, including playing the game, but we wanted to cover, or I wanted to cover something on the channel today. Las Vegas Legion finally announced their team, and it's an interesting squad. We've talked about it before. I'm going to summarize kind of my thoughts on it. I want to also talk about their announcement, which was a little bit controversial. And then finally, I want to talk about LAG because a lot of you guys have questions. I've seen some leaks and reporting out there, and I think things are a little bit more murky than they may seem. So let's dive in and discuss. All right, so here is your Las Vegas Legion that will start off the season this year. You've got Attach and Purge holding down the AR spots with Nero and Standy as your subs. So thoughts on the team. First off, talent rise is probably one of the best rosters, if not best talent roster that Vegas has probably put together in the beginning of the season. I think you could probably debate either last year or this year, but it's been a better start to the season talent-wise than, you know, the previous years under Vegas. And there's a franchise that's still chasing their first event win. There's a franchise that since we moved to 8 teams at champs, they have not made it to any of those. Last year, obviously, they had a heartbreaker at the last major, not making it. But I mean, listen, you know, they had some opportunities, especially at the Columbus major, to do good, and they didn't take advantage of that. So here we are with a fresh new squad. The only returning face is Standy, who joined Vegas last year in the middle of the season from Toronto. And we'll talk about more about Vegas's kind of shortcomings last year and what this roster may tweak or really reflect kind of changes and goals on our preseason team review video that will start going out next week. But kind of my other sort of thoughts on this team is a lot of people like the squad. I like the squad. I'm a little worried with this team in terms of how they will handle the beginning of the game. I just see a real lack of veteran leadership or leadership in general with this team. I think a lot will fall on the shoulders of someone like Attach, and Dylan's never really been that kind of guy on his teams. He's never had to be that guy. So does he have that card in his back pocket? I don't know. Dylan's been around for a long time. I think he knows what's ahead of him with this team. You know, Purge is just getting his first start in the CDL. Standy is pretty vocal. Nero a little bit more quiet, and I just think that a lot of this is going to fall on Attach and the coaching staff, which I don't think we've heard much about just yet. So I think for this Vegas squad, personally for me, unfortunately, I actually think last year's team, I think, had a better chance to me of making playoffs. I think this team, unfortunately, unless they get off to a super hot start or they get really like a banger major in the bag at some point during this year, I think, unfortunately, this team is not going to make playoffs again. But listen, unfortunately, this announcement of this team is overshadowed by the way they did this announcement. Like, okay, so they chose not to use any designers and instead use AI. And brother, look at what we got going on here. Like, listen, I know AI art is cool, and there's a lot of unique ways you can use it. And there's a whole other side to it of copyright infringement, stealing other artists' work. It's a messy issue that will need to get solved, just like other AI topics. But man, these announcement graphics are hilarious and not really like in a good way. First off, what's going on with Dylan's ears? Guy's got like like old school Beats AirPod. I don't even know like what's going on here with these earrings. That's actually a decent one of Nero, I'll give it that. Pretty close on Standy, but as you see, like it messes up the shirt. Like there's just all sorts of weird oddities to get with AI art these days. So a bit of a funky choice, and I think rightfully so. You see this tweet here from Gersh: using AI for a roster announcement is baffling. LMAO. So many talented designers out there. You could just slide a few bucks, man. WTF. And in fact, one of their former designers, T, made a joke on Twitter. So in the end, AI really did take my job. She actually went to scroll on here. If we scroll down on the bottom, she kind of went further in on this issue, you know, saying that they need to hire actual creatives. I'm not sure if Level 99, who's for the parent company of Vegas, responsible creative, or Vegas moved everything in-house. So, you know, she was obviously working on both the OWL and CDL team, was doing a decent job, and they decided to replace her with AI. I also think, you know, speaking of Gersh, and I don't know if this is a Gersh join, if this is a Tucker join, or both, they responded to the Vegas tweet with this banger. I mean, I respect it. You know, people like to smack talk. This is what we like to see on social media. This tweet's kind of blown up. It's called, what is it? I'll post at 6:23 yesterday. I'm recording this at like 11 a.m. the next day. So it's been live for like 18 hours, a little bit less, and it's over got 600K views. Is crazy. But you see the point, like Vegas, just do better, man. You're gonna have to post plenty of graphics this year, from schedules to match graphics to whatever. If you're going to use the AI for all of them, I think that is a huge mistake, and you're going to continuously be the joke and get roasted of the CDL like you have been for pretty much the entire length of this league. All right, so finally, I want to end this video talking about LAG. A lot of people have had questions about who's going to be on LAG, who's coaching the team, blah, blah, blah. So what I have heard, because I see this rotation tweet here, sources DiamondCon, Gunless, Nissim, and Kremp will start the season on LAG. Now, always to be clear with the rotation, as far as I can kind of suss out, and there's a little bit of media literacy, a lot of their information tends to come from the EU competitive scene. I think they do get a lot of NA intel as well, but keep that in mind when we talk about edge issues like what's going on with LAG. I kind of dove in on this over the end of last week into the weekend. And as far as I've been able to figure out from multiple sources, either sort of around the team, around the league, there's been no submission of an LAG roster. As far as I know, there's been no contract signed. They've definitely talked to a lot of players, and they've talked to a number of potential coaching candidates. And I know that Javid Derail was like joking on stream over the weekend they wouldn't have a coach. I think they're going to have a coach. But as far as I know, LAG have not signed anybody. Now, if we talk about potential rosters they may pick up, this one's a very good educated guess because of the former individuals. Everybody on this team other than Kremp has either been on LAG or LAG Academy. So like, it wouldn't be surprising to me if they go back to the well for people that have been in the org before. But I want to caution everybody that there's not a locked, this is a 100% leak, tier 1 Woj bomb, Jacob Hale bomb. This is the team that's happening just yet. I expect decisions to happen this week because as far as I know, there is a deadline for LAG to submit a roster. And the reason for that is they have to onboard the players into the esports build. They have to run ping tests. They got to prep like graphics. The league's got to get their contracts in. Like, there's a whole sorts of back end and front end things that need to happen before the season starts in the beginning of December. So I think we're going to get confirmation on something from LAG this week, but at the moment, nothing 100% confirmed around their team. So just, not wanting to meme myself too much, but y'all need to be a little bit careful on that front. All right, that'll do it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Vegas situation, the announcement. Who do you think LAG should pick up? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. As always, guys, we will see you on the next one.